Hi there, welcome to this channel. I hope that you are doing fine. In today's video, I'll be showing you how you can renew your Kenyan travel passport in the easiest and simplest way. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing to do is to search for eCitizen on Google, and then you click on sign in. And here you will put your sign-in credentials, that is your ID number or your email, and then you'll have to put your password. And if you do not know it, please make sure that you click on forgot password and then you reset it. But for me, I already know it for my client. Then I will click on send code on phone. And once the code has been sent, you need to put the code in here, which is the OTP verification. So you will wait until it is sent on your phone and then you will input it right here. So the code that was sent is right here and I'll click on next. And then this will log in, okay? Then the next thing I want to do is to check for Directorate of Immigration Services, the new applications, okay? Click there. And then you will click on login with eCitizen and then continue, okay? Then this window will show up. You can read through and check what is in there. And there are different options that you can, apply for. But for us, I want you to click on passport application. And then you'll scroll down, click here and choose your application, okay? And then click next. And here, I want you to choose, come just a minute, just scroll down. First, you can read through this. It gives you more information about what you're applying, how to apply, the requirements during submission, and all that, okay? So I want you to read through if you have time. Then also they are giving you the type of passports that we have, and they vary in terms of, the prices. So just click on next. Then on dual nationality, please click no if you do not have. Then passport type, click in here and choose ordinary. Then ordinary type, you will choose replacement because remember you are doing the renewal. If it is for the first time, you click on the first time. But for me, I'm doing renewal, so I'll click there. And then the passport page count, I want it to be 50 because at the moment you only have 50 pages. The 32 one is not in stock. So that's why we only have one option. So I'll put in the previous passport number just like that. And then I'll put the personal number, immigration file number, which is found on the passport itself. I think it's the third last page. You have the immigration file number. Then click on next, just like that. Here we are going to put in the bio. So here I'll click and choose the place of submission, okay, which my client said he wants it to be in Kisumu. So we have different places, but then I'll click on Kisumu. Then they are asking me for the given names, okay? So I'll just click here and then you will use the ID for the owner or the applicant to write the names because the names should be right names, okay? So you click here and write his first name and his last name, okay? And then you're going to do the surname. So Emmanuel Wendo, and then the surname is Muliro, just like that. Then here you are going to put the date of birth, starting with the year, followed by the month, and then the day. So just follow how the directions are given, just like that. On special peculiarities, right here, none. Gender, please choose between female and male. The color of the eyes is black. The height, you will maybe measure his height, or if he knows, please make sure that he gives you the right height. So you will click on this and it is in feet. So click here and he is 4 feet. So I'll click on 4 feet, then 1 inches or 1 inch. Then I'll scroll down here and just a minute. Okay, I think, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. So I'll scroll down here and choose the country, and that is Kenya. The home county, I'll click in here and choose Kakamega, just like that. Place of birth, I'm going to write here Kakamega. That is his place of birth. Then citizen by, it's by birth ama kuzaliwa. KRA pin is not a must, so I'm going not to put it. Then the birth entry number, please check on the birth certificate and write the correct entry number, just like that. Stroke 1998. Profession or occupation, so this is a businessman, or basically write entrepreneur. Okay, entrepreneur. Okay, is it the right spelling? Yeah, I think that's fine. Then the marital status, you have to put the right marital status. Okay, and if you choose married, they will ask you to have the marriage certificate. So my client is single, I'll choose single. Then in here, I'm going to choose why is he traveling. It's for business, so I'll choose work. Then here, are you a migrant worker with a letter from National Employment Authority? No. Residential details. Here, the country of residence is Kenya. Then the postal address, the client will give you, okay? So he gave me this address, 53 and 521. Then I'll copy this because I'll be asked a number of times. Then the postal code is 00200. That was, you just search for it. Okay, sorry. You just search for it. Then it will bring you that code. And then I'll come here. The number should start with the code of the country, followed by the number, and just the way I'm writing it here. Then the email address, he will give you his email address, and then you're going to put it just in here. And it should be muliru at gmail.com. Okay, just like that. The estate or sub-location, you look on the ID, they are usually written there. So him, it is Shagungu, and then the village is also Shagungu. So I'll just pick the sub-location to also work as the village, ama kijiji. Then I'll scroll down here and click next. Then you'll put the details for the parents, starting with the father. So you click here and say father details available, and then you'll write his name. And he told me the name is Valentine Wendo and Muliro, just like that. Then the ID number, you'll have to ask for that. It should be the right ID number, just like that. So I'll write 6454914. Then I'll write the place of birth, which is Kakamega. And then the postal address. Remember, I copied it, so I'm going just to paste in here. And then the code is 00200. Just search for it and click there. Then I'll put also. Okay, he told me that the names, the arrangement of names was wrong, so I have to change so that it starts with Muliro followed by Wendo. Then I'll come here and put the phone number. So the phone number is just like that, 761. And it flows just like that. Then I'll come to the mother. The mother is alive, so I'll put the name of the mother, which is Consolata. Then the second name, just like that. The ID number also you'll be given, and it should be right, okay? So I'm going to put here the ID number, just like that. Then I'll scroll down and click here and put the place of birth, which is Kakamega. Then the postal address, remember I copied it. They are sharing the postal address. The code is 00200, which is City Square. Then I'll put the phone number for the mother, which starts with the code of the country, followed by the number itself. Remember that it starts with the code, followed by the number itself. So I'll just cross-check to make sure that the details are well fit, okay? Make sure that they are correct and click next. Then in here, you're going to put the details for this next of kin, okay? So you'll have two next of kins. So I started with the mother because he said the mother is the first next of kin. Then I'll put the ID number for his mother, just like that. That was 1221. Okay, all right, that is it. Then the division, you check on the ID, it's usually there, which is Shinyalu, and then the location is Shibuye, and then the relationship, it is mother. Okay, the PO box, I copied it, so I'm going to paste it. Then the address is 00200 City Square. Then I'll put the phone number again, starting with the code of the country followed by the number itself. So I'll just put the number itself just like that. Then I'll put the second next of kin, who is the father. So I'm going to write the name of the father in this manner. Remember, it starts with this Muliro followed by Wendo. Okay, remember, he is following how the name appears on the ID. And then the ID number is just like that, 649. Okay. All right. Then the division again is Shinyalu, and the location is Shibuya. I'll write it in there. The relationship is the father. Okay. And the PO box, we copied it, so you'll have just to put it in there. Then 00200 City Square. Then you put the phone number for the next of kin, the second next of kin. So I'll put in the phone number for his father, and that will be cool. Okay, then I'll cross-check again. If everything is fine, then I'll need to click on next. We are just doing this to make sure that the details are good. Click next. Then, do you have children? So if you have, you'll say yes, and if you don't, please say no. So he doesn't have children. I'll say no, then click next. Now, this is the last option, and this is where you're now going to upload the files. And you need to scan all these files, be ready with them. So I took some time to scan the files and save them on my computer before I uploaded them. Okay, so first you need to have the passport size photo on a white background. It has rules. So when I took the photo, I had to edit it and give it a white background with the measurements for the passport. Okay, so make sure that you have the right measurements. Then you also need the signature again on a white background, and we did that, and I scanned the signature and just uploaded it in here. The ID front, you need also to scan the applicant's ID front, and when I put it, it says it's exiting 195 kbs. Okay, let me test again for the back one and see if it is still big. Okay, it's still big, so I'll need to go and compress these files, then come back. Okay, so for me, I use an app called Kaisham, so I'll just come here and search for Kaisham image compressor, and then I'm going to compress all the scans so that they fit in the required size. So I'm going to open it here and select all the scans just like that, and even these ones, and I'm just going to drag them and drop them in the software. So where is the software? Here it is, and I'll drop it in here, and then I'll want to adjust the quality of the JPEG. First I want to have the quality, then the JPEG one, because I'm compressing the JPEG, I need it to be a bit cool, so I'll give it 40, and that's fine. All I need now to do is to click on this compress. Then it's going to compress all the files and give them at least a good size, the one that is going to be accepted by this website. So they are all in here, and let me check if it has compressed well. This is 193. It's still fine. Okay, so I'll come back here and click on choose ID front, and now I'm going to choose this folder and pick this ID front and say voila, it has accepted. So I'm going also to do the same for the back one, just like that. It has accepted. I'll move to the bio page. Remember, I had already scanned this, so I just need to upload them. Now look at that. The passport description page also, I had also already scanned it, and just to pick it and just upload it. Okay, then the third last page, again I'm going to upload it. I've already compressed it just like that. Then lastly, I'm going to upload the fourth last page, and that is exactly what I did. And just cross-check again to see if you've uploaded all the required files with the right file names and all that. Once you are satisfied with that, you just click on preview. Remember, this is the last step, okay? Now, they are giving you all the information, the ones that you are putting in, and you need to check and see if all these are right. And if you have something that you maybe misspelled the name, or you put the wrong information, you will need to go on and edit it before you submit, because at the end of the day, you need the right information. Otherwise, if you just assume, maybe the client or the applicant will go for submission and he'll be told, you messed with the application. So make sure that everything is intact, the uploads are there, and then when you're satisfied, click on complete. Now the process is almost complete. Okay, we just need now to pay. So we'll choose the method of payment. For us, we are going to go with M-Pesa because I think that is the easiest one. And all I need to do is now to just click on pay, and then he will be asked to put the M-Pesa PIN. And once he puts that, 6,050 will be deducted from his M-Pesa. So you'll wait for that push to come, put the M-Pesa PIN, and then once the message from M-Pesa comes back, you will now need to click on complete, and it's going to verify the payment, and once it is successful, then the process will be complete. So it is now verifying when I click on complete, and my friend, the successful payment has been made, and voila, it is done. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to book for the appointment, okay? Because he needs to go and submit this and do some stuff over there. So again, I'm going to choose the place of submission or the booking, that is in Kisumu. Then unfortunately in February, he may not be able to go for it. He wanted in February, but we don't have a date in February. So the earliest we have is on March 20th, 2024. So I asked him and he was okay with it. So all I need to do is to click on that, and then the time, he wanted the earliest time. So you will ask him what time you need. So he wanted the earliest time, and of course the earliest time is 8. So I'm going to pick on 8 because that is what he wants. So my friend, choose the right time because the client needs to go there the right time and the time that he chose on this platform. So I'll choose 8 because that is what he wanted, and then click save. Okay, once it is saved, it will tell you now the booking has been taken in consideration, and your appointment has been set to 20th March 2024 as from 8 a.m. in Kisumu. Now the next thing to do is now to print for him this form so that he'll go and submit it in Kisumu. So you need to print this, and you also need to print the receipts, okay? For me, I print for my clients, and that's why I'm showing you the whole process. Okay, so I'll click on print, and then I'll also print the receipts so that when he's going to submit, at least he has evidence that he applied. I'll change this to color and print the 2 receipts, one for himself and the other one for the government. Just click on print. Now, once you've done that, the application has been done, and you need to wait for the date that you booked the appointment for. Then you'll go there, do the appointment, and once you have been successful, the processing of the renewal of your travel passport will be done. And it takes about 1 or 2 months, or even sometimes 3 months to get your very, passport. And if you know someone who knows someone, you can get it as fast as you can. But don't ask me. I don't know anyone, so don't dare asking me. But again, this is the process. This is the procedure. I hope that this video helped you. And if that is the case, you already know what to do. Boop that like button. And never forget to subscribe, because that will do me just fine. Otherwise, I want you to click anywhere on this screen to watch our next video. And until then, make sure that you keep creating.